Hey everyone, good. Good that you're here. I have been working this morning without filming, and that was mostly installing electrics, cabling, and when I install electrics I sort of need to focus on the job because you can't really make mistakes. Not a big fan of sparks. So let's have a look. I pulled a cable for lights out of what's the guest bathroom. But in the guest bathroom everything comes together, and these are 3 sets of cabling for the recessed lights we're gonna install here, hopefully today. This is gonna be where we hang our coats and everything, right? The garderobe, or I don't know what you call it. I've got the stick already for the coat hangers and the planks to make the false ceiling, yeah, with some recessed lights. Everything, all the lights I'm going to use are from the Philips Hue brand. Philips Hue, the smart lights. Here on the other side of the garderobe, all my Electra is coming together. This is in the guest bathroom. And this is the original place in the house where all the Electra was coming into the house and being divided throughout the house via the switchboard, the fuse board, the breaker panel. But hopefully I can place this all in this niche. And this niche was created by the old main entrance door that was situated here. Now the old main entrance door was blocked off with these blocks here, and then a new wall was built which is over here. So you're looking basically at the back side of what's going to be the garderobe where we hang our clothes. This is going to be the guest bathroom, but it's my workshop at the moment. Yeah, so hopefully I can later, but I need the help from the electricity company because I can't do that because the main power is coming in here before going through these main breakers. And yeah, hopefully I can get them out to relocate everything in this niche, and then we can close it off with a door, and then all my electrics will be hidden behind a door. That would be really cool. But anyway, for now I have let all the electrics from the hallway into this box here. Now there is an on-off switch for my lights. That's a hard switch. That's obviously a very strange place to have a switch for your lights in the hallway, but that's basically just a hard emergency switch because I am going to use the Philips Hue system that we have everywhere in the house. And the Philips Hue system is this smart light system with wireless controls. You can program the system on your phone or iPad or whatever. You can remotely control it. I find it ideal because I can, it's just so super versatile. I mean, you stick the controls where you want to have them, and you program the controls what they're actually doing. So which lights they turn on and off, how much dimmed the lights will be. You can dim it with the switch anyway, and you can with your phone set all kinds of timers. So I have one control automation, it's called, for the exterior lights that they switch on at sunset and they switch off again at 11 o'clock at night. They don't need to be burning all night. And all sorts of things like that. For when you're away for holidays, you could set them on a timer. And yeah, there's just, it's not a very cheap system, but it's just really useful. And in the end, if I have to, you know, cut channels through walls, in walls, to route lines for switches, that's so much more work. So yeah, I'm very happy with the Hue system, and it's never failed me. And there's probably cheaper systems out on the market, but I really trust Philips. Yeah, it's got a good reputation, and I'm very happy with it. So where are we? We are here. I have already secretly quickly installed 2 spotlights. And there's one spotlight, and when I'm walking further back, another one, and run the cabling into that box. But it's not hooked up yet to the main power supply. I'm charging batteries of all my battery operated lights at the moment, because I'm going to turn off all power and open up my main breaker box to hook up all the new lights and the power points. I got 1 new power point over here, and then on the corresponding place on the inside in the guest bathroom we will have also another power point. That's right there. Now if you were wondering what that thing is below here, that's a fire safe. I thought if I'm going to build a whole new wall, then I'm going to make a niche where I can put a fire safe in thick concrete blocks. So that's bolted into the floor, and then it's surrounded by concrete blocks, and then I'm pretty sure that my documents, diplomas and paperwork is sort of safe in there. If a fire breaks out, I mean, most of the house is wood, so yeah, it's always a possibility. And if you're building something, why not do these things at the same time? Right, enough talking for now. I'm going to cut these planks here that have been given to us a while back to size, and then fit them, and then install the recessed lights in them. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, and then I can probably turn everything on. And then hopefully today and tomorrow I can just finish off the hallway largely, and then for next week I can move outside and start with the rendering. Woohoo, that would be cool. Now, let's get to work. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. This is straight. This is horizontal. This is horizontal. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Get seasick in this house. That looks very clean. That looks very clean and stylish. A bit too clean and stylish for us, I think. I think Nadia needs to have a little go at it with her artistic mind.
But we do have light.
Yeah, I've used the laser level to find the perfect horizontal line, but also to indicate immediately where the points are to measure from. So I measured exactly from this point here and this point over here, and I have established these points by well, basically just checking with a clothes hanger where they should be, you know, to give coats enough space to hang. Sort of like this. It'll come a little bit out forward of the niche, but that's okay. It's like 2 inch, 5 centimeters, and on the other side as well. But then at least they don't touch the back wall, even if it's really heavy winter jackets or so. Because you want to have these clothes hangers moving unobstructedly. Otherwise it's going to sit really weird. So yeah, I've established exactly where I want to have the rod, and I have measured from point to point, and that's exactly, and I've cut the rod to size so that fits exactly, and now I gotta just make the holders that I can screw into the wall that are going to keep the rod in place. Hey people, thank you for watching my latest vlog. Thank you very much for sticking with me, even though I didn't upload any vlogs the last 2 weeks, but it only means that the next ones are going to be a lot better, because I've had more time to compose a story and to do a proper edit with the nice music and etc, etc. Hey, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for subscribing, thank you very much for liking, for commenting, for sharing everything. All your engagements with my channel are super important, because it makes it easier for other people to find the channel, which in turn is very important for me again, because it motivates me to make better videos. A massive thank you to the people below here, because they have supported us by buying us a coffee, and that's super appreciated. That's basically running this channel, in all honesty. If you want to buy us a coffee, then see the link below, or see the QR code right here. Don't bump my head into it. And then yeah, or you can see the description of the video. There you'll find the link. Also, if you want to get in contact with me, you can comment, but you can also become a member of our Facebook group. You'll find all these informations in the description of the video. And then we go back to the video. Right, so I am really not happy with this look. This is really not what we want. This is way too clean and straight, and this is... I quickly made some wooden blocks to hold my hanger in place. This is where the coats are going to hang from, on hangers, but this is just no, it's really not what we want. But we do have a pile of old wood carvings that we got from an uncle from Nadia who left France. And what I think I'm going to do is, I have one of those carvings here. I'm going to paint this all white, and then I'm going to cut a bit of this wood carving and stick it on here, so that we already square off that straight line. We don't have that anymore, and there will be a little bit of a decorative pattern here. Then I think, you know, I have this really beautiful, gorgeous Indonesian carving. I was thinking of cutting it up and then using that as blocks to hold the pole, but it's just a shame because I only have this piece that's so nice. So I'm going to use some of that wood that I have collected a while back. I got it for free, it was rotting and all, but it's really beautiful. I can brush it up and then do something with some old wood, a bit beefier, a plank where this will rest on. I want to have this looking good, you know, and not like it's too clean. It's just too clean for us. We don't like that. It's not a new built modern house. So people, you do understand that the footage that you've just seen is a few weeks old, and yeah, for me it's really interesting to film a bigger job because it has sort of a beginning and a middle and an end, and it's just more interesting than filming the small details, you know. But for your information, I'll just show you what I've also been doing, but haven't really filmed. So let's start here. The ceiling, I've installed some planks, and also I have rendered the planks with this combination of lime powder and paint, which will sort of hide the fact that the planks are made out of OSB. I have taken the door out, removed the door out of the frame, and I have painted the door frame. That wasn't done. I still have to paint the sides of the door and the top hinges, but that was a job. And then I have painted obviously this window. I still need to finish the sides of this window too. Big job was the floor, actually. Completely sanded the floor, and also I have provided a sort of straight edge. We don't do skirting boards here. We've decided not to do skirting boards. That was Nadia's request, and then I said, well, only provided that we can round those joins between wall and floor off and make a nice straight line. So yeah, that looks pretty cool, I find. That looks, yeah, that looks good. Skirting would be maybe a bit too fancy. I'm not really sure. And then the ceiling, I have completely rendered the ceiling with this lime powder in paint, Sukush base coat, and you can't see that it's made out of OSB boards at all. So that's pretty cool. Further, I have finished painting the ceilings. Let me turn on the light. There we go. Yeah, I've painted all the ceilings, and there was still an opening above the door to the guest bathroom. I've closed that off. I have installed a strip on the floor for the bathroom entrance to finish that corner off. And finish the doors, the hinges, etc, etc. So, oh yeah, and another thing that's really cool. In this video you've seen it again, that I have reused that old rotting wood that I brushed with the machine, and I treated with this coating, and I'm using that for decorative items like here in the garderobe. You know, I've also used it here on the ceiling because this was a really ugly beam sitting above, and now it's, yeah, looking a whole lot better, I think. If you look from this side, it looks a whole lot better, I believe. So, yeah, I've done quite a few things, but many of them I can't even remember because they were really small jobs. Anyway, hey, we're going to go to a bigger job right now. Nadia is back. Maybe you can hear she's cleaning the house because I'm not so good at doing that. And then when she's done, then we're going to start with the rendering of the exterior of the house, the facade, street side, garden side, all of that. You remember I have bought the scaffolding. We're going to put that up. I'm still waiting at this moment for the approval from the mayor. You have to apply for that, and normally it comes really quick. That's okay. And yeah, it's going to be a nice job. It's really going to make a big difference. Big difference. Right, anyway, see you next vlog. Bye now.